Like the lines that I write, are you between the lines? Like the man in the sky, are you just in my mind? Like the lines that I write, are you between the lines? Like the man in the sky, are you just in my mind? Like the lines that I write, are you between the lines?
So I'm going to use Hammerite to paint the block. I've seen some mixed reviews online, but I used it in the past to paint the old Scirocco block and it held up pretty well. So I'm pretty happy with how that will come out. In the meantime, I'm going to start cleaning up some of the fuel lines and some of the accessories and just get them looking as best as I can. Really happy with how the engine's turned out at the end. The paint remover or the paint stripper that I was trying to use just didn't do anything. Just gave me a load of stuff to clear up. So I'm hoping that I've cleaned enough of it off to make sure that I can repaint it properly and make it look nice. But yeah, still yet to decide what I'm going to do with the rocker cover and the head, but Hammerite in the block should be absolutely fine. And once I've just done that test patch, I'm going to clean up some of these other little bits and bobs. So it's been an hour or so since I painted the little test patch here, and there's been no like reaction or bubbles or anything, so I think I'm going to give it a go painting the whole block. I'm going to finish masking up some bits like just plug ends and things that need to stay clean, and then start painting that up. So that'll look really cool. I'm looking forward to doing that and finally make this block look pretty.
Like the lines that I write, are you between the lines? Like the man in the sky, are you just in my mind?
So I spent the last few hours just cleaning up all the little clips and parts that go onto the engine, just making them a little bit shinier, a little less grubby. The engine's looking pretty good. I'm really happy with the way it's turning out, but need to take the rocker cover off to start ready. I think I'm going to try and polish it so it's like a super shiny finish, but I sort of know that that's probably going to be a nightmare to look after, but it should be okay. We'll see. I need to finish clearing up the rest of the head, just shining it up, taking some of the tarnishing off. The block's just about ready, and then I think that's probably where we'll wrap it up for now. But it's been fun getting involved with the engine. Just looking forward to getting some nice shiny bits done on the block and getting it back in the car. So yeah.
Like the lines that I write, are you between the lines?
by the looks of it, it looks pretty healthy under there. It doesn't look like it's an excessive amount of wear anyway, which is good news. I think the plan is now that I'm going to try and polish the rocker cover. I've been trying to work out what colour I wanted to paint it, and then I just thought, to be honest, that polishing it and keeping it like a natural-ish metal finish would be the coolest one I could choose. So I'm going to give it a go. Don't really know how I'm going to approach it. I've got a load of different sandpapers. I haven't got machine polisher yet, or any polishing compound, but I don't think I'm going to get there just yet. I've started on this side a little bit before, just to see if it could come up, and it looks better. So we're going to see what we can come up with and go from there. So I've been polishing for the last 2 hours maybe. Trying to take all like the dark patches out of the material. It'll probably be a case of just polishing it more. So I'll see how much I'm feeling up to it, because it's basically all over the whole rocker cover. So yeah, been grinding for about 2-3 hours, a little bit more to go. I'm gonna use some of the 180 grit just to try and get some of this darker stuff out. I got up to about 500 grit. I was just working on here. Looks nice and smooth there, but that's still gross. I'm definitely beginning to think, why did I decide to do this? So I got halfway through one side, this side here. It's looking a bit better, definitely getting a bit more of the black stuff out. Going to move on to this side just to get it to the same position as this is. The inside of here is still pitted and pretty mank. Don't really know how I'm going to get in there other than just with a lot of time and patience. But yeah, this is looking cool. Don't know if I'm going to go to like a full mirror finish or just get it to like a real nice brushed finish. I think that will kind of suit the look of the car a bit more. If it was a little bit more of that brush type finish, it would just be slightly more industrial. Not that the car is going to be like rat rod, but you know, it's not going to be absolutely show shine right now. But maybe in the future. So yeah, we'll just see how far we get. I might get closer to it and just be like, I'm not gonna mirror polish this, but we'll see. I love the way it looks though. Like this sort of finish is mega. I'm all about this. So maybe just a slightly finer version of that would be super cool. I don't know. We'll see how far we get. Maybe someone can let me know in the comments and say, make it mirror. I want to see my base in it. I'm going to write a little list of what needs to be done on the car. I watched a video by Rob Dunn, and he sort of said about when you take on a project, it's very easy to look at everything that needs to be done and panic. But in reality, if you just take each little bit one at a time and tick that box, then you very quickly get the job done, and it's a little bit more sort of cool, and it's easy to not get so caught up in it. I'm just hoping it'll feel really nice ticking some boxes off, and we've got a bit more of a road plan of what we need to do. So I can't tell if that's made me feel better or worse writing all that out. Seeing it all there is quite a lot. By no means is that like the full list of things that need to be done, but it's just what I can think off the top of my head that actually needs to be done to get the car, get it back on the road, but hopefully ready for some trips. So yeah, I'm gonna try and crack on with a few bits and bobs this evening. It's just ticked off, make it look like the list isn't completely unfinished. But yeah, it looks quite nice anyway. So just a quick one. These are some 3D printed like spigot rings. Was that what you call these, Eric? Spigot rings? Yeah. To fit the Ronals that I had on the car onto the hubs. We 3D printed them, and other than getting fairly seized on, they've actually been amazing and been very, very good. So probably if I end up using the same wheels, probably use these again, because I think we can use the same hubs. If we get the new brake setup that I want, yeah, we'll probably use those again, which would be sick. Sweet.
Is that what we were trying to get on?
Mate, yeah. And this wheel bearing's toast. So Eric came down in the end. He came down to help with a few bits. We managed to get the last of the brake lines out. He worked on the bit at the back, which sucked. So the torch work, yeah, it's back up in here. And I've obviously managed to get the front brakes off, even though this hub is toast. The wheel bearing anyway. But it does mean that we can tick off some tick off the first bits on the list, which I will give Aero the pleasure of doing for the first one. I don't know where it is on the list, mate. You have the pleasure of doing that first one. That feel good?
Yeah.
And I've got one to do as well. Look at this. Remove calipers and discs. Front. Oh baby. There we go. The list is still looking terrifying. So I'll probably call it there for now. I've been down here quite late the last few nights this week, just trying to get some work done on the engine, and I'd like to get this video out this week. I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out. It's sort of got like that really cool brushed effect. Haven't finished it yet. Still want to do, I got to about 320 grit, so I want to get down to about at least 1,000 grit or up to, just to get a slightly smoother finish and obviously clean up the inside. But other than that, I'm really happy with the way it's turning out. The rest of the brackets and all of the bolts and things, they look really, really smart. I'm looking forward to getting them back on the block. Brakes have recently arrived, so I'm really excited to share them with you and show you what they're gonna be, because they're something that I've wanted to do forever, and they're huge and they're wicked. So I'm looking forward to getting those out. They do need to be refinished though, so that'll be another one of these projects. Yeah, thank you so much for everyone who's new, who's watching. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Please press subscribe if you're enjoying what you're watching. If you aren't sure about what we're up to, head back to episode 1 and have a look, and that'll explain everything. We'll see you in the next one, whenever that'll be. Nice one.